We today know that they don't have the capacity and capability to do so. They are very important stakeholders, don't get me wrong. They still have to do a lot when it comes to the scale side of it. But if the private sector, for example, is not involved, the skills that are needed, the investment that is needed, the efficiency that is needed will not come to the table.
I'll switch to something completely different. I'll just touch base on this. We have two major airports, recently developed airports now. We have three international airports. We have three, and then two of them were just recently we went ahead and finalized it. It's already commencing. And then now the government's thinking of doing a partnership with the private sector model. So hopefully that's something that's definitely going to go ahead and work out down the road. So like you just said, without working with the private sector, it's almost, almost next to impossible for countries like ours where we're still developing?
I think it's in some senses even more important for countries that are developing because we don't have the same time as those that industrialized 100 years ago. It's as simple as that, right? Time is short. The issue with the time is short part is that when you're looking to make a leap in terms of your transition, what do you need most? You need financing and you need technology.
The skill set.
Yeah, and it comes back to that same argument of climate, right? If global companies and Western institutions are not going to support technology transfer across sectors to happen, then they are only paying lip service, right? They need to be able to support patented technologies, which today the patents are kept with the Western world, and pass those on and create a financing mechanism which actually allows for then the execution of some of those technologies to happen in the context of our world. Our world in Nepal, for example, where you have the most beautiful Himalayan ecosystem, extremely important as you think about the biodiversity equation for the region. It's not just important for Nepal. This is important for the entire Himalayan landscape and all the countries that, one, touch it. But in some senses, the Western Himalayan ecosystem is as important from a global perspective as the Amazon is.
Yeah.
We have just not given it importance. And that's it.
Yet.
Today I think the voice of the global south is becoming that much stronger. And as a consequence of that voice geopolitically becoming that much stronger, people are beginning to listen and take notice far more. Why is that partially the reason? Because a lot of the growth for the world is going to come from the global south, right? So if you think about the Western world, you've had a plateau happen when it comes to GDP growth to a certain extent. So where are the consumers? The consumers are all in this part of the world, right? Where is the GDP growth happening? Where is industrial growth happening? But if you want that industrial growth to happen in a sustainable way, you got to create the technology transfer mechanism, and you have to create financing options which allow for those countries, those companies to be able to access those technologies and then to work with them. Because it's not a one-size-fits-all. What will work in southern Canada, even though it might be a partially mountainous region, may not necessarily work in the Himalayan context.
True.
Right?
True.
There will be some similarities, but that last 20-30% is what is going to be.
We have to go ahead and customize it according to how we can go ahead and use it. Thank you very much for watching us on YouTube. Make sure that you also listen to us on Spotify.